pulling resources to rent several motels for commercial dates.
Hey, one Schmack from back on Fid, when he a pimp? This shit crazy. T-Real, Schmack, y'all about want to change y'all name, bro. These folks just got a Rico. I don't know if y'all know that or not. So, Mob, I gotta turn the hat to the back for this one, folks. This crazy word right here, bro. Nah, I've been reacting to a lot of Warren Cali documentaries, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times it be the Hoovers, because the Hoovers, they one of them sets, man, that they interesting, bro. I'm talking about from the way they dress to the way they talk, bro. They whole life, bro. Like, even back in the day, Hoovers, they very interesting. So I really been reacting to a lot of the Hoover documentaries, man. But I was slouching and couching today, bro. And you know, I went to Warren Cali. Shout out to my dog, y'all sub his channel. Very great channel, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you want to know about the gang culture and the gang banging in LA. Now, some of y'all may feel like, Don, why the hell you even want to know about that, bro? And honestly, I don't know. It's very intriguing, bro. Like, I've never been fortunate enough to throw up a set. I've never been fortunate enough to read literature. I've never been fortunate enough to do it for the guys. So when I see it, I like it. I ain't capping. Well, when I was tapping in with my dog Warren Cali, man, I saw that the Hoovers, I don't know what set, 745283911, I don't know what Hoover set this is, but the Agrad Cook or Rico Suave has entered the building.
Welcome back to another episode of Warren Cali. Now, I know Hoovers have been in headlines a lot recently, something that wasn't common from the Hoovers. But many vlogs and going on podcasts have recently put them in the spotlight.
Facts.
And even several Hoovers dissing each other and going back and forth on social media lately has put attention on them. To even just a few weeks back, the A. Hoover's hood day being shot up, leaving 8 people shot. But once again, several Hoover members have been placed in the spotlight over a recent indictment that just came to the light. This report is based on the 31-count indictment and official statements from federal and local law enforcement agencies, including the U.S. Attorney's Office, Homeland Security Investigations, and the Los Angeles Police Department. This information comes from court documents, as well as public comments made by authorities involved in an investigation. 11 alleged members of a street gang based in Los Angeles are facing federal racketeering charges, as well as being suspected.
Suave. When you hear racketeering charges, they ain't talking about nobody but Suave. For real.
The trafficking ring. Mostly members of their Hoover criminal gang are accused of forcing victims to go on Figueroa, a known blade in Los Angeles, resulting in...
Let's talk about a blade. And I'm not going to keep stopping, but a lot of times, man, people be watching my channel, bro. They really don't know what's going on. See, I'm kind of tapped into that whole LA culture, bro. A blade is nothing but somewhere a pimp take his hoe to get sold. Straight up. Point blank period.
31-count federal indictment, the U.S. Department of Justice said in a news release. Amaya Armstead, a.k.a. Lady Duck, from 11 Deuce Hoover, was listed as a leader in this indictment. Now, if you've been tapped in with the Hoovers and certain individuals, you probably heard of Lady Duck. She was always on social media flexing money, living a lavish lifestyle, and always getting into incidents and fights. Lady Duck is a respected Hoover member, and her lifestyle that she flexed online was said due to her pimping, and she branded all her 304s with her name.
Damn,
the Los Angeles police chief
that's
said
crazy.
The exploitation
branded
of
they had like horses.
And trafficking them is one of the worst crimes you can commit. The victims in this case, many of them were runaways or grew up in the foster system and were preyed upon by individuals who sought to profit off their pain, despite false promises.
They weren't profiting off no pain. They were profiting off something else. And the reason they mad is because they can't tax. Y'all know what they can't tax. That's why they locking folks up for that.
Street lifestyles, they were instead drugged and sold. The victims
That's
were
crazy,
required
folks.
to give up all their money.
That's
the
crazy,
Department of
folks.
Justice said a victim who refused or who otherwise disobeyed faced discipline, including assault, public humiliation, and withholding of drugs or food. And victims were also branded with tattoos. According to this indictment,
That's crazy
from
work,
February 2021 to August of 2025, the Hoovers largely controlled the trafficking in the area. According to the indictment, from February 2021 to August of 2025, the Hoovers largely controlled the area and also the trafficking going on around Figueroa, just known as Fig.
I believe
the
that.
defendants allegedly helped each other by managing and monitoring each other's women, pulling resources to rent several motels for commercial dates.
Hey, one Schmack from back on Fig, when he a pimp? This shit crazy. T-Real, Smack, y'all about want to change y'all name, bro. These folks just got a RICO. I don't know if y'all know that or not. Y'all about want to change y'all name, bro, for y'all to be locked up.
Planning each other's victims, driving each other's victims to and from the street where they got dates, sourcing third parties to create profiles for dates, and also advertisement, and sending each other money via Cash App and Apple Pay. A lot of the gang members on this case are from different Hoover hoods, some being 11 Deuce, 9 Deuce, and A Trey among others. And a few other gang members from other gangs are on this case. The list of gang members on this case are Keandre Young, aka Young Pope, Niles Harris, aka N4, Avery Amako, aka Hands, Jared Evans,
all on holding up
Money,
money, bro. Look at
Matthew Brooks, aka Vernon
all on
Scott,
holding up that bread.
Darrell Robinson,
But not
aka
him.
Popcorn, known as the rapper P.
Popcorn?
from BPS.
I don't give a damn. You ain't calling me no popcorn, bro. You ain't calling me no popcorn, bro. I don't give a damn, dog. They could have, man, bro. They could have called this man just simply Pop. They go Pop. Or they could have called him Corn. Matter of fact, I know a Pop and a Corn. You feel what I'm saying? That nigga kind of look like a popcorn. I'm talking about like a real deal popcorn that you eat. He kind of look like one.
Jalan Phillips, a.k.a. Chopper, Brian
Know what he
Israel,
was about.
a.k.a. Folo, to John Gray, a.k.a. Tiny 3,
Tiny
and
3.
Tommy Crockham, a.k.a. Tommy Guns.
Tommy Gun. That nigga
The
was crazy.
defendants also work together to recruit new victims via social media or in person, focusing on vulnerable girls and young women, particularly those with financial or emotional struggles or have run away from home. They also gave their victims drugs. The victims were recruited via false promises or luxury lifestyles and intimidation, and actual or threatened violence. For example, in April of 2022, to John Gray, aka Tiny 3, and two accomplices drove to an area of San Bernardino, which is notorious for its 304 activity, and attempted to force two girls inside their car, grabbing them, but both victims broke free.
That's crazy,
In
bro.
April 2024,
They was finna kidnap
Duck
him?
and J Money utilized rooms at the Stadium Inn, a South Los Angeles motel, to traffic their victims. Police say some members of the Hoovers criminal enterprise produced rap music and videos, which often glorified the gang trafficking, drug sales, and firearms.
They go to
possession.
Rico.
Members of the gang.
That's where
also
Rico
posted
Suave
videos
come
and
in at.
Photographs of their assaults on others to social media in order to intimidate their victims and ensure they're in compliance and performing commercial dates for their enrichment of them and the Hoover gang itself. The indictment also includes allegations of various other crimes, including trafficking through force, fraud, and brainwashing, transportation of the victims, exploitation, drug trafficking conspiracy, money laundering, and conspiracy to purchase firearms.
Just 2 miles from where the Olympics will kick off in 3 years, the Figueroa Corridor is where the U.S. Attorney's Office says a total of 11 gang members and associates in the notorious Hoover Street Gang were rounded up and charged with racketeering and sex trafficking today, saying they exploited minors, runaways, and girls in foster care. Agents say the perpetrator was 25-year-old accused gang leader Amaya Olmstead, also known as Lady Duck, who used...
They saying she the leader. She gone, folk. Cause all they gonna have the rest of them guys can rat. Not saying they gon' rat. The Hoovers always in some stuff too. Didn't the Hoovers on the live Pop Smoke? I don't know, but anyway, not saying those guys are gonna rat. I'm pretty sure out of 11, probably 8 of them probably gonna rat. You know what I'm saying? But Lady Duck is gonna be the last one to even give a statement about it, and they gonna go in there and be like, "Popcorn already told us everything with his popcorn looking ass." And her ass grad, cuz. She gone. She out of there. She out of there for the rest of her life, too. No cap.
Instagram and TikTok to lure victims.
They use social media. They make, rap music videos.
Prosecutors say this gang was notorious. Not only did they lure these victims, they also branded them, brands that you use on cattle on their body to identify them with their pimps, according to prosecutors.
That's crazy.
We are told all those people arrested did get arraigned today. We're still waiting to hear back what their plea was. We know also there's still one person that they're looking for.
They still looking for somebody? I bet it's Smack. They still looking for Smack, bro. Cause if I ain't mistaken, Smack said he used to be a pimp, bro. Like that shit was legal, man. You nigga crazy.
Convicted of all counts, some of the defendants face a minimum of 15 years in federal prison and a maximum sentence of life in prison. This will conclude this episode, if you haven't already.
They out of there, man. Shout out my dog Warren Kelly. Y'all go rock out with him. Hey, man, listen to me, folks. if them folk gave Cash Out, right? They gave that man life plus 70, bro. And I honestly believe that all Cash Out victims that they say were his victims, I think a lot of them really just wanted to do it. I'm not capping, bro. You know what I'm saying? I think that Atlanta DA's department just wanted Cash Out because he was a celebrity. You feel what I'm saying? They on their whole locking up celebrities right now. Like, if you're not a celebrity, bro, you can go to Atlanta and do any damn thing. They gonna let you out. They want, you know, especially if you could tell them, like, look, I know Lil Baby. You out of there, so, folks. You out of there. Like, I don't know nothing about Lil Baby, Gunna. I don't know no celebrity in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? But if I was to get locked up in the city and I just couldn't get my way up out of there, I would say, hey, I got info on Lil Baby. I guarantee you Miss Loves, Miss Hilton, and Fannie Willis, they ain't gonna let me go. No cap. Because they just on their whole locking up celebrity wave. But LA on their whole locking up gangbangers. They trying to clean up the city by locking up all these gangbangers, bro. You see what happened to the Rolling 60s. Now the Hoovers are facing a RICO, bro, and I don't think they gonna stop. I'm being honest. If you in a gang in LA, man, yeah, it better be flying right, flying straight, no cap. But listen, folks, if they gave Cash Out, bro, life plus 70, what you think they finna do to these folks? What you think they finna do to these folks? And these folks were putting folks in cars, drugging folk, going after weak-minded females, man. Like, I don't even think Cash Out was even going after weak-minded females. I honestly believe the females came to him. I'm being honest, bro. Because the thing about it is, bro, if Cash Out was a real deal pimp, then his 304, she wouldn't have got raped. Because that's how they caught Cash Out. One of his 304s actually got raped because the dude basically put a gun to her head and took what he wanted and then paid her, you feel me? But he said he was going to pay her. I don't think Cash Out was a pimp at all. I think Cash Out was just, you know what I'm saying, making money. I think them girls that was with Cash Out, they made a little money too. But these girls that was with Lady Duck, Papa Duck, whatever her duck ass name, them girls was getting they money took from them. Those girls were being drugged. Those girls were actually being trafficked, bro. And some of them were minors. They had grad cool, they gone. We ain't gonna never see them no more, bro. We ain't gonna never see them no more. I'm being honest with you, bro. And I say that's what the hell they deserve. Feel how you want to feel about me. Shout out to the Hoovers, bro. But when you doing crimes against women and kids, bro, I can't rock with that, man. You feel what I'm saying? That's bogus as hell. And Lady Duck, you a woman yourself. Even though you want to be a man, you could never be a man. You a woman, so you should have feel for them women. Anyway, Mark, put down in the comment section how y'all feel about this one, man. Don't forget to like, hit up, sub it up, man. Make sure you ring that bell. After you ring that bell, make sure you hit all, because I don't need y'all to be missing these banger for you. Feel me? Cause we coming with it, man. Coming with it, man. The channel is growing. All my YouTube channel is growing, bro. My lady on TikTok, she going crazy, bro. We just going crazy, bro. We building this empire, bro. And it's all thanks to you guys. I love y'all. That's coming from Don. I love y'all, but I love y'all a lot more if y'all could get me to 2K subs. Being real today. No cap. Mark life or no life. Mark well, no way, man. Y'all know how we coming. OTM, we getting it straight out the mud, man. And I'm gonna catch y'all on that next video. Let's get it. You know we got the streets, nigga. We got the trap too. I say my trap doing numbers, I just bust another jewel. Got a player around the corner, hey. I say my trap doing numbers like that 05 summer. Got a quarter pound.